welcome back to another Missions Time. Guys, I hope you guys are having a great week at camp this week, that you guys are having a lot of fun. And I know I'm having a lot of fun being able to talk to you guys a little bit each day about my ministry here in Peru. And so yesterday we had the opportunity to talk a little bit more, and we talked yesterday about the Christian library that we have here in town, the Learning Center. And we talked about how God opened the door for me to be able to not only help at that ministry, but ultimately to become the leader and director of that ministry here in Puerto Maldonado. So we talked about the purpose of the library is that we want kids to be able to come and have a safe place to be able to get help with their homework, but also where they can learn more about Jesus. And so we talked about a lot of different things about the library yesterday. We talked about how the kids bring their homework after school every day, and we have workers there who are there to help them. And we talked about how we have games that the kids can play after they're done with their homework, and how we have different activities each week and each day for the kids to do, so that way every day it's something new and something exciting for them to do. And we also talked about the fact that twice a week the kids there are learning more about the Bible. And so yesterday we talked about the library there here in Puerto Maldonado, and today we're going to talk about something different. As you guys know, my main ministry here is with kids, with youth. And so one of my other ministries that I have are Bible clubs. And so I don't know if you guys have ever been to a Bible club. I know that CEF does some Bible clubs during the summer, in different neighborhoods. And I, as a kid, used to go to some of those neighborhood Bible clubs that were done by CEF. And I don't know if you guys ever been, but a lot of times when you go to those Bible clubs, they play games, they sing songs, they have a Bible lesson, and a lot of times they have a snack. And it's a lot of fun. It's a great time for the kids to get together and just be able to learn more about Jesus, and also be able to have a good time as well. And so here in Puerto Maldonado, I am actually in charge of two Bible clubs that we normally have every week, and both of those clubs are on Saturday. And so throughout the week I'm busy at the library and working out at the camp and some other ministries that I'm involved in, and then on Saturday I have these two kids Bible clubs. And the first Bible club that we have is in a little community outside of town. It's a pretty poor community. It's a community that the people there don't have electric, they don't have running water yet, they don't have internet, so it's a pretty poor area of town. But we've been working out there for about a year. We had a vision to be able to go out to this part of town where not a lot of churches are working, and be able to start some sort of ministry out there. And so the first kids Bible club that we have on Saturday mornings is there in Pacalito, and the pastor of our church has purchased a piece of property there in Pacalito, and he's planning on eventually building his house out there. But we use his property. We built a little pavilion out there, and we use his property to host the Bible club for the kids there. And when we started this ministry about a year ago, we weren't sure how it was going to go. We knew that there weren't really any churches that were working there in Pacalito, and we knew that the people really hadn't ever attended church or had any opportunity to hear about Jesus. And so we didn't know how it was going to go, but we've been very pleasantly surprised at how God is working there in Pacalito, and how He is allowing us to be able to share the gospel there. And so each Saturday morning, we have Bible club there in Pacalito. And when we get to the property there where we have our club, we take about a half hour and we get everything set up. We set up the tables that we're going to need, and we make sure that the benches are in the right spot. And after we get everything set up, then I go up the hill to where everybody lives, and I carry with me a microphone, and I go throughout the whole neighborhood inviting the kids that live there in that community to be able to come down and join us for Bible club. And it's exciting every Saturday to be able to walk up there. And at first the kids and the parents would kind of look at me weird, like, who are you? Why are you here? But now, since we've been working there for a long time, whenever I walk through, the parents come out and they say hi, and the kids come running out of the house and they give me a big hug, and they're excited to see me. And so I get to walk throughout the whole entire neighborhood there and invite all the kids to come to Bible Club. And so the kids come down to Bible Club, and once everybody's there, we start our Bible Club. And normally what we do is we'll start out with a time of games, and we'll take all the kids out into the grassy area there, and we'll play games with them. The kids, they love playing games, and so we'll play all sorts of different games. We'll play tag, we'll play games with balloons, and games with different balls and cones, and the kids just love to play. They love being able to get together and just have a good time with us, and a lot of times we'll jump in and play with them, and they really enjoy being able to play those games with us. And after about 15 to 20 minutes of playing games, then we bring all the kids back underneath the pavilion and we start our club. And so we sing some songs, and actually a lot of the songs that we sing there at Bible Club, some of them are actually the same songs that you guys sing there at camp. And so we sing those songs and we spend some time praising God, and after we sing those songs, then we have a Bible lesson time. And I get the opportunity to share the Bible stories with the kids, and we normally have a pretty good group. We'll have each Saturday somewhere between 15 and 30 kids that'll come, and I get to share the Bible story with those kids. And after our time learning the Bible lesson, then we have a review game. And so sometimes we'll have a review game where they have these bean bags where if they get the question right, they get to come up and they get to toss the bean bag, and if it lands on the right level, then they earn points. And so we take some time and we have a review game with the kids to make sure that they're actually listening to what we're teaching them, because we want them to not only hear the Bible story, but we want them to understand what we're teaching, and also that they'll pay attention. And so we play that review game, and the kids during that review game can earn points. And at the end of each month, we have a little party, and a lot of times we'll have like a real short Bible movie and some popcorn. And then after that's done, we'll have a store where the kids can take all of the points that they've earned throughout the month for coming, for bringing their Bible, for memorizing their Bible verse, for doing their homework, for paying attention. They can use all those points and they can buy different things. We have toys there, we have school supplies there that they can buy as well. And so, it's just a lot of fun, and the kids really enjoy being able to come to Bible Club and be able to spend some time learning more about Jesus. And we've been really excited, we've been really encouraged to see that the kids there in Pacolito, they love coming to Bible Club. And you know what? We even had a couple of them start asking us, hey, can we come to church on Sunday? And so, we were thrilled and excited to see that some of the kids wanted to come to church on Sunday and be able to spend Sunday with us as well. And so every Sunday morning, normally the pastor will take his car out to Pacolito, and he'll pack his car as full as he can with kids, and he'll bring them back. And some weeks there at church, we've had 10, we've had 15 kids from that area in Pacolito that have come to church on Sunday morning, so that way they can continue to learn more about Jesus. And so we have that club. That club is at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then I get back to my house and I have a little bit of time to relax and make some lunch for myself. And then in the afternoon on Saturdays, we also have a kids Bible club. And we have a club that runs from 3 in the afternoon until 5. And this club we hold there at our church. And, we do all the same things that we do there in Pacolito. We bring the kids in, we play games inside the church building there. We have different games that we play, and the kids love playing the games. And then after the games, we'll sing songs with the kids and spend some time praising God and just being able to sing together. And then I'll teach the same lesson that I taught in Pacolito, I'll teach to the kids there at the church. And it's a completely different group of kids. And we get a mix of kids. We get some kids that attend our church. We get some kids that live in the neighborhood. And we also get some kids that come to our soccer ministry that I'm going to talk about tomorrow. And so, at that Bible club, we do the same thing, except for this one's a little bit longer. It's 2 hours instead of 1 hour. And so I spend those 2 hours with the kids doing all the same things that we do in Pacolito, the songs, the Bible lesson, the game, they have their Bible verse that they have to learn, and then they also have a little homework thing that they can do throughout the week and bring back. And so, and also there at the club there at the church, at the end of the month, we have a party for them as well. And because we have a little bit longer time, normally we'll show a longer movie. Sometimes they're movies about the Bible, and sometimes they're just fun movies like Toy Story and other movies that the kids like to watch. And so we'll just use those days to just relax and enjoy a good month of club, and the kids get to celebrate doing a good job of memorizing their verses and that. And so, that's another opportunity that I have to share the gospel with kids here in Puerto Maldonado. And that's not the only thing that I do on the weekends. On Sunday, I'm also involved in our church program here in Peru. And so, like I said before, I work with a local church that has a Peruvian pastor. And one of the roles that I fulfill there at the church is I teach the Sunday school class for the kids. And so, a lot of the same kids that I have for Bible Club on Saturday show up on Sunday, and I get to teach them again about God's Word. And so, we've seen a lot of growth throughout the last year and a half there at the church. Whenever I first started teaching the Sunday school with the kids, we only had maybe 5 or 6 kids. And here recently, before everything with the virus happened, we were having between 15 and 20 kids coming every Sunday, and I had the opportunity to be able to share with them during Sunday school. And so if you don't know what Sunday school is, it's a time when the pastor is preaching that all the kids get to come into a classroom, and we have a message, we have a Bible lesson just for the kids. And so it's a little bit easier to understand for them. And we also, after our Bible lesson, we normally have a little craft time where the kids get to spend some time either drawing something about the Bible lesson, or maybe doing a coloring page or a little craft or activity. And so I get to do that as well. And so, God has given me a lot of different opportunities to be able to share with children here in Puerto Maldonado about Jesus. And the most exciting thing about being able to share the good news of the gospel with kids is being able to have the opportunity to help them make the decision to ask Jesus to come into their heart. And this last year I had the opportunity to help 2 little boys make that decision to accept Jesus as their personal Savior. And it's a great honor and privilege to be able to do that, to be able to have them, be interested in knowing who Jesus is and having them want to make that decision to ask Jesus into their heart. And so, that for me is the best thing. Even though I live in Peru and I live really, really far away from my family, and, living here is different than living back home in the United States. Whenever a child decides to accept Jesus as their personal Savior, it makes all of the hard work that I do each and every week worth it. And so I am really blessed and honored that I get the privilege to be able to live and serve here in Puerto Maldonado, and that I get to every day tell children and tell youth about Jesus. And so, guys, I hope this afternoon you guys have an awesome day there at camp, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to talk about another ministry that I have here, and I hope that you guys are enjoying learning a little bit more about what I'm doing here in Peru and how God is working here in Peru. So have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.